What's up guys, it's Megan. I hope you're having a magical day. Today we are doing a fall Disney craft, which is this candy corn Mickey Mouse pillow. So if you guys want to learn how to make this candy corn pillow, stay tuned. And a huge thank you to Christy for starting this. I'm doing a collab with Christy, Kat, and Nicole, and I'm so excited to be a part of this, and I'm so excited to share this with you guys. So if you want to learn how to snuggle with this cute candy corn, stay tuned and let's hop into the video. To start off our process, I just very loosely sketched out what I wanted my candy corn to look like, and then I cut it out with some scissors on cardboard, and then I'm going to cut across those lines so I have each separate color. So these are very, very rough sketches, like I said, but approximately the top white part is about 6 inches tall and about 8.5 inches wide at the widest. The orange is about 4.5 inches tall and about 12 inches wide at the widest. And then the yellow part, which is the base, is about 14 inches at the widest part and then 5.5 or 6 inches at the tallest part. And then I am just tracing out these little stencils onto the fabric, and then I'm going to be cutting them. So here we have our 2 final pieces. So you should have 6 pieces in total, and then I also ironed them, and then we're going to start sewing. So sewing the good sides together. This can be a little bit tricky, so just think about it before you start to sew, but you're going to place the good sides of the yellow and the orange one together, and then you're going to do that for both pieces, and then you're going to head on to the white piece and do the same thing, the good sides together with the orange piece to the white piece. And yeah, you could see here that we are just going to pin that to the orange piece, and then we're going to sew probably about 1/4 inch seam allowance, and you guys will see in a second. So here you could see we have all of our 3 pieces sewn together, so no longer do we have 6, but just 2 pieces. I'm going to actually pin these 2 together, so we're going to sew them all around, leaving a space open. You can kind of see where my fingers, yeah, I'm going to leave a space right there so that I could stuff it. But once again, good sides together, and then we're going to sew all the way around our candy corn. This is always the fun part for me, just turning out our creation and getting to see what we made so far. Next, we are going to be starting on making the little ears for our pillow, and I have longer videos, more in-depth videos about how I make ears. I have changed my process a little bit over the last several months, but pretty much just getting the ears sewn is pretty much the same in all the videos. If you don't know how to sew, you can also hot glue all of these items. I just use my cutting template for my fabric, and I cut out 4 ears, and then I am going to end up ironing this because they are so wrinkly, but I just will sew them together, and I use my sewing line template. Good sides together, once again, that's going to be my motto for the whole video, of good sides together. It can be really hard to have anything show up on black fabric, so I suggest I usually use a silver Sharpie or a piece of chalk, and you're just going to pin those together and start sewing. After I finish sewing, I'm going to go in and trim the excess fabric, making sure not to snip any of the threads that I just sewed onto my ears, and this will help with a cleaner look. I also just like getting rid of the excess fabric. And then we are going to turn them inside out and prep them for the foam. There are lots of foam templates out there as well. I have now been pre-cutting a lot of them, so I can't show you me cutting them because I just have them already. Typically when I stage ears, I will do that. And then I am heading into the Cricut design space. I actually drew this design on Procreate, so if you guys are interested in getting this specific design, you could just send me a message. I will gladly give it to you. I don't know how to post any of them into the description, but I am just uploading that, and then you will see what I do with measuring, and yeah, there's my design. I also want to say that if you want to have the face on, you could easily paint this on or use any other cutting machine, whatever works best for you. So I measured out exactly what I wanted on my actual candy corn pillow, and so I am going to do just about 5 inches wide and like 4 1/4 in height, just so that it's not too big, but it is big enough that it takes up a good chunk of, you know, our candy corn. But I'm gonna cut this. When you're doing an iron-on transfer, you want to make sure to mirror it. So when I go up to make it, it's gonna bring me to this screen, and then I want to make sure to hit mirror when I do that, because I'm going to use iron-on, so it's going to actually flip the image when I end up doing it. And because I made this into a PNG, it's already all gone here, all the background, and I'm just going to cut this face and gonna head over to my Cricut right here. So I'm still pretty much a newbie at my Cricut, but for iron-on vinyl, you want to make sure that you are putting the shiny side down. I'm using my little squeegee to adhere it to my Cricut mat, and then I'm going to set my Cricut to iron-on, and then make sure I'm using my fine point blade here. I use the Cricut ones, and then I'm just going to start loading my mat in, and then watch it cut. How you guys feel, but weeding is literally my least favorite thing when it comes to doing all these projects. It takes me so long to weed projects, and this one was a little bit easier because it wasn't as intricate. It was just pretty much easy for me to tear the whole thing off, so it didn't take very long, especially because it's more of a simple design. But it does, you know, you want to make sure that you're not pulling off any of the design that you worked really hard on, and yeah, you'll see when I'm done. For this next part, I'm using my Cricut Easy Press 2, but you could also use an iron. I'm using also the Easy Press mat that comes with it, and pretty much just follow the directions of whatever material. This is cotton material, so I preheated it to 315, and it's for 30 seconds. I also folded the candy corn in half, as well as the iron-on transfer in half, so I know where the exact center is, and that helps. And then you do a 30-second press on the front, and then a 15-second press on the back, and it is a cold peel, so you just want to make sure that oh, there we go. Oh, so satisfying. I love it. So that's our face. I am also using polyfill, fiber fill for the inside of the pillow. This is what I use to stuff my ears as well. So just go ahead and start stuffing your pillow. Add as much or as little as you want. I wanted this guy to be a little chunky candy corn, and then you're gonna fill your ears with the same thing. So just start stuffing. So do you guys remember that little space that we left for us to stuff? Now we are pinning it closed so that we can start hand sewing, or you can also glue it. And here I am stuffing the ears, same thing. If you want to glue this or hand sew it, that's up to you, whatever your skill levels are. It's totally easy to do this whole project using hot glue. If you do not know how to sew or hand sew or have a sewing machine, it is so easily transferable for skills. I went in and I hand sewed this whole thing with some clear thread, and yeah, I hate hand sewing, but that's what I thought was going to be the best thing. Now I have finished hand sewing it. It looks totally okay to me. And then we are going to go in and I am placing the ears And I sometimes will do this. I will put just a tiny bit of hot glue just to hold it in place. I put it literally right where the white area ended, and then I went in and hand sewed the ears onto the pillow as well. And when hand sewing, I go in through the ear and then through the base, and I just continuously do that until I'm done. And here we are. Our pillow is joining the ranks of our other pillows I've made, but this is a perfect pillow for fall. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and spooky time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this very quick, hopefully, DIY of how to make this candy corn pillow for the fall. So let me know if you guys end up making this. I would love to see any pictures. If you do, remember that you can always modify to what materials that you have, especially when it comes to the face and painting or whatever you want to do. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks again to the other incredible ladies who did this craft collab with me, and happy fall, everyone. Bye!